Hi there, Sue Wilson, and welcome to another episode of Crafting My Style. We are going to show you this card today, and we've used the window as a background here. So I just thought it'd be nice to show you can do other things than just a door or window with the die. I'll show you all the products we'll be using. So we have the arched window and door. The sentiment comes from the Delightful Sentiment set, which is a clear stamp set by Creative Expressions. The center of the card comes from the Atlantic Ocean Cape Verde. We're going to use the Atlantic Ocean background to extend it and make it into a rectangle size. I'm just going to be using a few of the floral accents here from the spring foliage. We're going to accent the card with some of the butterflies from the Cascading Butterfly Die set. And then we've used both the A and the B set from the double pierced rectangle nobles to create a frame around our focal element. Let's pop these to the side. There we go. So the first thing I've done is I've cut a couple of the Atlantic Ocean backgrounds out of white card. And I'm just cutting one down the side, 3 little scallops in. And I'm going to cut this one 2 scallops in. There we go. So I can put these together and just tape them together like that, creating a frame. So I've got now a rectangle instead of a square. So it's easy to do. And you remember those butterflies? We will use those later on to hide those little lines. So it's not a problem at all. So the first thing I want to do is back this with a piece of coconut white card. And I've just covered it with a sticky adhesive sheet. It's 7 inches by 5 3/4. And I'm going to bring in a piece of copy paper to put underneath me. And what I'm going to do is take the adhesive off of that, and then I'm going to put this over it. It's got mounting foam because it's easier to stick it to the adhesive than it is once it's glittered, and I will glitter through the die. I'm just going to raise it up for a little bit of dimension. There we go. Pop this into place. Like that. Bring over my diamond sprinkles and just give a little bit through the die like this. That way I don't have to worry about anything not sticking because it's been glittered. And it'll all come back out through the holes in the front of the die. There we go. Pop that back in. We're not through with that, but we will tidy up a little bit and move forward. Okay, so that has been finished, and I can go ahead and seat that in the back of my matted frame. So I'll just use a little bit of glue around the edge. Pop that down. And the colors we've chosen for the card today, besides the white, I've got the Mocha Card and the dark roast coffee. So I've got kind of a brown and a paler color there. So I'm going to set that right there for the moment. Moving on, I'm going to take the inside window die here, and I've already cut it once, so I'm going to line it up, and let's tape it into place right next to where we have it. Put one there and there. Give it a quick cut. So I've created a really pretty little background using just the inside piece of that. It's just kind of interesting, very modern feel to it. So I'm going to pop that back into place. And I've got one that I've done ahead of time with some mounting foam on the back of it. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. And just to keep it nice and supported, I've got a couple little teeny strips on the, what would be the panes of the windows going down. And I'm going to bring this back in. And another piece of cardstock with a sticky adhesive piece on it. Put that down. And the same exact way, I'm going to line that over the top. Get that there. Bring my diamond sprinkles back in. Pop some in there. A little bit in that corner there. That way I won't have to worry about the adhesive not sticking to the glitter, because I've done that first. There we go. Let's tidy up a few of these little bits. There we go, put our lid back on. Okay, so now I can bring this forward and start building up the background of the card here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this into place, and that covers the center where the cut lines are. Pop that there. And I want to add a frame to that. So what I've done is I've used the A and the B set of the Noble rectangles, and I've created a frame. So I've already cut the outer piece here, and I'm going to use another die on the inner piece here. And I'll show you the difference once this is cut. I'm going to line that up in the center. There we go. Now the A and the B set work by themselves without any issues whatsoever, but having both of these, what it allows you to do is to create a thinner frame. So this one will go on top of this, and when they're put together, we have an 1/8 inch mat between them. Whereas if I'd used just the A set, that would only be a 1/4 inch difference. So I've got one I've done ahead of time. So you can see just a little bit of the inside color shows there. It's quite pretty. We'll pop that onto the background we made using the center of the window. A little bit of mounting foam to raise that. Just get it equidistant around there. Okay, and I'm got a center that I've done with the Cape Verde. Now I've cut it in the dark roast, I've backed it with the Mocha Card, I've added my sentiment, which also comes from the center of that. A little bit of mounting foam, and let's just add some glue on that. Just like that. There we go. And now some of the butterflies I've gone ahead and cut. I've just sprayed them with a spray adhesive and put the diamond sprinkles on them as well. Added a couple little center pearls down the middle. So now we can add these right where those cut lines are. Let's just put a little bit of glue on the backs of these. We can take this one and pop it down here, leaving the wings to kind of give a little motion on it. And we can add this larger one up here. There we go. That's probably got enough on it. We'll add this one over on the frame, just because it's nice to have 3 of them. And the little flowers I'm going to add around my sentiment. Got a couple little spots here. We can put it, and one down here. We will add those. And that just ties in that color from your card and brings in ever so nicely a little teeny floral element to it. There we go. So now you've got a gorgeous card. You can't tell that that die wasn't a rectangle to begin with. Beautiful butterflies. Just think this is stunning. And you'd never know that that is actually a window you've used in your background.